me. I'm with my red team Spartan at MIT. We like those jabs, we love that cross. We came to train, let's rock. Everybody, it's on. Punch, 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 dodge, 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 jab, 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 punch. Everybody!
Everybody, give it up for the red team.
Hello, my name is Gabrielle, and I'm here tonight with Wendy and Arisa to introduce you to Spartan, a defensive training device for intermediate and competitive boxers. Boxing is all about competition. Two athletes step into a ring, and only one emerges victorious. But in order to win, you need to train. And boxers need to train more than just throwing punches. They need to develop footwork, defense, and focus. The most realistic method of training is sparring with a partner. A partner provides the opportunity to practice offense and defense at the same time. But it can be difficult to find a consistent training partner of the same skill level. Instead, boxers spend most of their time training independently with a heavy bag. Heavy bags are great for practicing offense, but to practice defensive maneuvers such as a block, a slip, or a roll, boxers must imagine as if they are sparring with an opponent. And an imaginary partner is predictable and won't force you to stay on your toes. We developed Spartan to add the defensive element to your heavy bag workout. Spartan is a training device that strikes back, preparing our athlete for success in the boxing ring. I'd like to now invite our athlete, Flora, and her trainer, Drew, onto the stage to show you how Spartan works. Spartan has already been set up from a previous workout, so Drew is going to use the straps to adjust Spartan to Flora's height. For her workout today, Flora wants to do a warm-up, followed by a sparring session. She already has her gloves on, so Drew is going to log into the Spartan app and navigate to training mode, where he can select a pre-programmed warm-up. Training mode allows the users to create specific combos of punches of varying speed, frequency, and extension. When Flora is ready, she can punch the heavy bag to start. Even at a leisurely pace, Spartan's warm-up forces Flora to concentrate on her footwork. Now that Flora's warmed up, she's ready to start sparring. Drew will navigate to sparring mode on the app, which delivers an unpredictable assortment of strikes and feints. Again, when Flora is ready, she can punch the heavy bag to start, and while she spars, Drew is free to attend other athletes in the gym. Notice how Flora continues to work on her toes and as she defends against Spartan. Awesome, great work, Flora. Now that you've seen Spartan in action, I'll hand it off to Wendy to explain how Spartan works.
Thanks, Gabrielle. When we talked to boxing athletes, trainers, and gym owners, they told us that they most valued a device that could deliver a straight strike, be durable, and be safe to use. Those are the key attributes we kept in mind when designing Spartan. Spartan consists of a 4-bar linkage driven by a metal gear servo motor on the bottom linkage. Users told us that the straight strike, or jab, was the most common and thus most important to defend against. We used numerical simulation to design our linkage so the path of the punch bar precisely follows this motion. Our punch bar is made of a composite foam to protect our user and to protect Spartan. If a user is hit by the punch bar, they feel a light tap but do not actually get hurt. If Spartan is hit, the punch bar bends and absorbs the force so the linkages and servo motor are not damaged. We also designed Spartan to be fast. Spartan can punch twice per second, the same speed as a boxer throwing fully extended punches. To achieve this speed, we made our linkages and punch bar light, weighing just 350 grams, the same weight as a fully filled soup can. This allows us to get the fastest response from our servo motor. And our servo motor also has position feedback, allowing us to precisely control the punch bar's motion. This means that we can partially extend or feint. allowing us to deliver an unpredictable workout that keeps users on their toes no matter their skill level. So Spartan is fast and it's light, but it's also designed to be durable. Our linkages are mounted on a passive shoulder joint with springs. When hit, these springs absorb the motion so the servo motor is not damaged. Our users told us that they wanted a challenging workout, but they wanted that workout to be safe. That's why we designed a rigid enclosure that's padded. This padding means that users can hit the enclosure without worrying about being hurt, and our servo motor is protected from any direct impact. The linkages are covered with neoprene fabric, meaning that all pinch points are covered. Finally, Spartan is mounted on a padded mount that is able to be punched, meaning that nearly all of the bag's area is free and unobstructed, just like a traditional heavy bag. There are adjustable straps, so Spartan can fit around any size heavy bag and be used by boxers of any height. Now I'll pass it on to Arisa to talk about how we plan to bring Spartan to a heavy bag near you.
Thank you, Wendy. We will target the nearly 4,000 boxing gyms in the United States. Spartan will help these gyms differentiate themselves from the competition and acquire new customers. We're confident that gyms will purchase at a price of $1,000, since Spartan pays for itself with the revenue of just 2 new annual gym memberships. Let's break down that cost. After considering manufacturing, labor, and overhead, we'll make a profit of $400 per unit. We hope to capture 5% of the market and sell 600 units by year 3. In order to jumpstart sales, we are prepared to partner with select boxing gyms to offer a free trial with Spartan before they purchase. In return, we'll receive free promotion in the form of social media marketing and high-profile clients. As we saturate the boxing gym market, we'll transition from selling business to business to consumer. The $12 billion home fitness industry has grown by over 40% since the start of the pandemic, as the demand for challenging, interactive home workouts increases. Spartan meets this need. For the cost of 10 hours with a personal trainer, consumers can have unlimited hours with Spartan right in their own home. With the heavy bag that strikes back, we'll revolutionize the way that boxers train. We're confident that Spartan can punch to the top.
Red team, that was some fancy footwork. Who knew we'd be Spartaning with a robot? You worked out all the jitters, dodged every pitfall. Now we're hopping on the training with Red team to get an arm up on Q&A. Let's take a jab at it. Hello, Red team. Our first question, Kenny from Massachusetts. Hi. I'm 6 and I'm learning karate. Can we kick it too? Is it fun?
Thanks for that question. My name's Emily and I'll be moderating the Q&A. I'm going to pass that one off to my teammate Josh.
Hello. Yeah, that's a great question. Absolutely, you can kick it. In some of our testing, we were able to actually do some of those traditional martial arts techniques on the actual heavy bag, as the Spartan system allows for the full real estate of the bag to be used and struck. So leg kicks are optional, as well as body kicks and even head kicks. In terms of it being fun, as a user, I can tell you it is a lot of fun.
Thank you. We have a question from Florida. Why is the arm a cylinder shape and doesn't look like a boxing glove?
Jesse, can you take this one?
Yeah, thanks, Emily. So we, in the past, actually explored some other designs that looked a little bit more similar to a human arm or a boxing glove. But we moved forward with this design because when talking to users, we actually learned that the part of the training that they want to be realistic is the striking motion. And they would also like a lot of real estate on the bag for them to work with. So in the end, we decided to go with this design rather than a more realistic looking one.
Thank you. Peter from Minnesota. Can users make customizable plans from the app by varying Spartan's strike interval and frequency?
I'll invite Willie to answer this one.
That's a great question. Yeah, actually, you can fully customize your workout to whatever your heart desires.
Thank you. Maya from Florida. How does this compare to the spinning bar tool that boxers sometimes use to train for agility and speed?
Drew, would you like to take this one?
Yeah, so if I'm correct, I think the spinning bar tool, from what we've seen from most of the applications on Amazon, does not incorporate a heavy bag into the workout. And so we heard from users that having a heavy bag would allow a lot of offensive training as well as the defensive training that you get from Spartan, which you just don't get from that spinning bar.
Thank you. Ava from Massachusetts. How is this powered? Is it battery powered? Does it have a battery life? And does a battery affect the weight of the heavy bag?
JT?
So Spartan is actually not battery powered. It's powered off of the wall with a 60 watt power supply, even though it only draws about 30, so it's significantly over spec. We looked into battery options. It's something we could explore in the future.
Thank you, Red Team. Finishing, it must feel like a heavy bag off your shoulders. Let's punch out to your team tribute.